it is know where you're going. Like and it's not just like where does somebody else think you need to go, but where do you want to go?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Where, what do you want? And that's one of the questions that we make as a pillar for our coaching practice. So many people spend time talking about what they don't want. And we work very hard to come up with ways to help people get very clear about what they really want.
Yeah.
So that they can be working towards that, right? And not just kind of spinning their wheels in something that isn't going to give them that fulfilled experience in their life and their work. And then the other part of it is your navigation tools. What are the things? What's in your toolkit to help you do those things? And so we give them that set of tools. One of them, which we talked about last week for the the gift, is that growing edge. How to have your growing edge and know who you are and be really clear about what do you need to be able to go to get the place you want to be.
Right. And then you had another one, know who's in your boat. Explain that one a little bit.
Yeah. Well, there's all kinds of phrases I've heard about that say things like, whatever income that you want to be making is generally the average of the 5 people that you hang out with the most.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Right. So there's quite a lot of wisdom, I think, in choosing who you are spending your time with. And are you spending time with people who feed your soul, who feed your energy, who lift you up, who help you get, who have you, like my brother, he has my best interest in heart, right? Is that who you're spending your time with? Or are you investing your precious time with people that suck the life out of you?
Right.
Those are some of those things. And we also talk a lot about intentional networking, like on the professional side, who often they say, like, whatever position that you're looking for, it's not really what you know, it's who you know. And that's so true.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So having your allies, we have one of our hashtags we use a lot is called Be an Ally. And it's not just being an ally for other people. And then you can hear the dog squeaking his toy.
There he is.
It's not just being having allies to support you, but also being an ally for other people.
Right. I love it. Now tell us a little bit about your chaplain experience.
Oh, well, that was another pivot. We talked about pivots last time. During the course of my tech career, I, at one level or another, I cared for 5 of my elders.
Wow!
And they all had dementia.
Oh,
so
my goodness.
It ranged from it was tough. It ranged from Alzheimer's. My mother lived in my home with advanced Alzheimer's while I was working for Bank of America. My father, both of my husband's parents, and then my only aunt. And so
wow.
That experience really led me. There were some very tough moments in that whole episode.
Oh.
And I remember just having that whisper, really the whisper that was in my heart. And that was, I asked the question to God, it's like, why are we going through this? Like, why is this happening? And it really was, the answer for me was really clear. It's so that you can be there for somebody else.
Oh, wow.
You have to walk through the fire. Sometimes we get delivered through the fire. Sometimes we get delivered from the fire. In my case, I got delivered through the fire.
Mm-hmm.
And what that really meant was it really propelled me. I went back to get another master's degree. I got 2,000 hours of clinical supervised experience as a chaplain in acute care setting, and
amazing, Karen. Wow. Wow.
And I love that work, and it's really what trained me to become a coach, because I had my experience at the same time I was doing my chaplaincy certification. I was also getting certified as a coach, and I used that combination of I would say helping people in their moment of faith crisis,
okay,
and also used a lot of coaching techniques while
right.
I was working in I worked at the VA and in a regional trauma center.
Wow.
And
amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing, so, because the compassion that you have to have, I just, my hat goes out to you, because that, that is an amazing gift that you've given. And to have 5 people going through dementia like that is, we've had quite a few on our side too, and it's not easy.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not. No, it's not. My heart goes out to anybody who is dealing with that. It's very difficult.
Right, right. So can you tell the audience once again how they can get a hold of you, and a little bit about your free gift? I'd love them to know about that before we close here.
Sure. So they can send me an email at Karen at KarenWorstell.com. So that's just send me an email and let them know that they heard me on your podcast, and that they'd like the free gift. What I have is I call it the same gift as last week. It's the Busy Woman's Guide to Growing Edge, and that's basically a guide that we use as part of our toolkit for our coaching program to help people be really clear about who they are, and it prepares us for those kinds of moments where we have, to deal with adversity. So,
amazing, an amazing story, and the fact that you went back and took, was it 2,000 clinical hours to become a chaplain? Is that what you said? That
Yep.
Yep. I just love that story. You were a gift to all those people, and you're a gift to everyone you meet, Karen. You're amazing. So I want to thank you for being here. And for everybody out there, excuse me, if you have comments, excuse me, sorry. If you have comments, please go over to my website at nevertoolateever.com, and I'd love to be able to chat with you. And I have one more question for Karen today.
Okay.
Karen, what is the legacy that you would like to leave behind? How do you want to be remembered by your family and friends?
Wow.
Not a little
great
question.
I think if somebody, the 2 things that I carry as my most important values are compassion and justice.
Compassion.
I think if my family remembers me as a person who was compassionate and just, then I will have lived my my life the way I wanted to.
Explain justice just for a quick minute. We got a couple more minutes. So compassion and justice. What would you say you mean by justice? Because I love that answer.
Well, I mean, it's the balance to total compassion, right? Total compassion without justice is not truly compassion.
Compassion. I get it.
And so caring so much, caring for all people. I mean, we live in a world where things are broken, and there needs to be. That can't be ignored in the name of compassion. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
So those 2 things to me are a balance for one another. It avoids, I think, things getting out of kilter. And people are going to look at both of those values based on their own life experience, right?
Right. And together.
Yeah. What that means to me might mean something a little bit different to other people, but there's always got to be there's a system of checks and balances that says when there's a wrong, there needs to be something to help make that right again.
Right. That's wonderful. And thank you. Well, Karen.
Well, you're welcome.
Yeah, it's been a delight to have you here. And I can feel your compassion. I can feel your resilience. You are amazing. And I love that you've talked these 2 weeks about pivoting, because I'm sure that has talked to somebody out there that needs to make a pivot in their life. So it is never too late to listen to the whispers in your heart. It is never too late to lose weight, go after your dreams, or live a life of purpose. It is just never too late ever. We thank you, Karen, for being here today.
Thank you, Lorraine. I just have really enjoyed talking with you.
It's been a delight. And we will see all of you back here next week.